In this free society, do you ever ask yourself, do we take technology for granted? Is it more valuable to us than we think? Now, take a look at this video, which asks people to put a price on something like the internet.
How much money would someone have to pay you to give up the internet for the rest of your life?
Oh, wow. That is a fantastic question.
Would $1 million be enough for you to never use the internet again?
Me? Nah.
Well, I don't even know if I could take on that challenge.
My whole life practically comes out of there.
It would have to be something in excess of $15 to $20 million.
Couple million, billion. I think it would be in the billions.
Billions? Clearly, the internet has become priceless, and this makes it a perfect example of how the private sector and not government makes us richer than we even know. Here to discuss is the director of the Center for Global Markets, Michael Cox. Michael, welcome to the show. So $1 billion is the price tag for the internet, maybe even more.
Well, you know, even if it's $10 million, these students say, and I ask my students this question routinely, what's interesting is how much that is in terms of worth to people compared to how much it costs them to actually use the internet. How much does it take today? You can get a computer for far less than $1,000 and get online for a few pennies, and you have something you can do for $500 that is worth to you $10 million, and that just shows the tremendous gap between worth and cost that markets, which we take for granted, routinely deliver to us.
Yeah, that's a good point, because, you know, you make a point that I think that when cell phones came out, they were what? $4 grand, a couple grand?
$4,200.
Yeah, that's right. And now they're what?
$4,200 for a brick phone.
Yeah, and now
well,
they're
now
what?
you can get a, you know, a 3GS phone, $39.95 for a 3GS phone, which has so many more things than yesterday's brick phone.
So do you think that's a good thing that the internet is essentially so cheap?
Yes, of course it is, because it means we all share in the commonwealth. It should be proof that markets are the things that raise our living standards, like you said, not government. Hoover ran on the campaign of a chicken in every pot and a car in every backyard to boot, but government doesn't bring us those things, markets do. And there are thousands of examples of those kinds of things which we use on a daily basis.
All right, so you know what aspirin would be worth to me? $5 million, because I love my aspirin. No, I'm kidding. So, you know,
aspirin is right.
Have you price tagged anything else?
Well, we take, for example, air travel. At one time, you know, flying on a plane, the invitation list read like the invitation list to a Queen's ball. If you get on, it used to be 366 hours of work is what it required for a middle-income worker to fly coast to coast when the first flight was made in 1930. Today, 16 hours of work for a middle-income worker will pay for a coast-to-coast flight. We've done this for thousands of other products. Electricity is pennies today. What's interesting about this is that what we see, capitalism has its own built-in welfare transfer system. We don't need government for that. Capitalism does it because when new products come out, they're routinely bought at first by wealthy people who pay the development costs, and folks like you and me just wait. We get in a line for these products, and we wait. We may be a little bit further down the line, but within a few years, we get a much improved version of the product for a much cheaper price.
Interesting point. Michael Cox, so good to be with you tonight. Thank you so much for your time. Really interesting insights there. Really appreciate it.